Welcome to episode 4 of the Superintendent Studio. This one I'm calling the Superintendent as Chief Storyteller. A few years ago, I'll never forget being at a high school basketball game, and a parent tapped me on the shoulder and said, "You're the one that keeps telling all these stories at board meetings, right?" What a great way to get introduced to someone. I love those. He said, "I love those. They make me feel like I still know what's going on, even though I don't understand all the school lingo." That moment stuck with me, you see, not because of what I said, but because someone was actually listening. In a role that's so often defined by our budgets and policies and crises, it's easy to forget that storytelling is how superintendents both stay human and how communities stay connected. So your job isn't just to lead the district. We all know that's the primary job, but it's to narrate the journey. You see, the stories that you tell and retell determine what people believe is possible. So I'm going to give you just some practical tips. First of all, don't just tell what, show why. Instead of saying something like, "We launched a new attendance initiative," you could say something like, "We launched this because we noticed the same 312 students were missing most often, and we knew their stories deserve more than just a spreadsheet." Instant connection. You start to picture kids. Second practical tip I have for you is use real names and real voices. Highlight students, staff, and their families, with permission of course, and show the faces of the district's mission. Anytime you can make it deeply personal, the better. Start to build a rhythm of storytelling. Begin each board meeting, newsletter, cabinet agenda. Just start telling stories, and it doesn't have to be long. 60 seconds, like I did to start this video. 60 seconds, story from the field. And as you start telling them, you'll find that you become a better storyteller. It's just like everything else, it takes practice. The next tip I've got for you is repeat yourself on purpose. Tell the same story in different ways and in different spaces. Pay attention to what connects and what doesn't. You might change the story, and then when you land on a version of the story that really seems to work, keep telling that story, because repetition builds culture, not confusion. So keep repeating those stories as you find them. And then finally, make space for others to tell the story too. It's not just you who gets to tell these great stories. Empower your principals, your teachers, and even the students to carry this narrative forward using your frame and your comfort level. When the noise gets loud, and it will, your story becomes your anchor. Be intentional, be human, and remember that the most powerful stories aren't the biggest, they're the ones that echo the loudest. Thank you all.